Hello everyone, Chubby Film Nerd here to talk about my review for Hunt of the Wilderpeople. Now, Hunt of the Wilderpeople is directed and written by Taika Waititi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who is a New Zealand filmmaker and did such amazing films like What We Do in the Shadows, which is possibly one of my favorite comedies that has come out last year, I believe, or the previous year. I'm not too certain of what the year came out. But Hunt for the Wilderpeople stars Julian Denson, who plays the main character, Sam Neill, whom you guys all know from Jurassic Park, and Rachel House. Now, this movie is basically about an orphan juvenile and a punk little kid who pretty much couldn't really fit in with anybody. Nobody wanted to take him in except for two people, which is his aunt and his uncle, who pretty much take him in when the authorities and the child services dropped him off. And due to some unfortunate events that happened in the movie, which I will not spoil, the kid and his uncle are pretty much forced to go into the New Zealand wild to run off from child services and the authorities, who are trying to take the kid back into pretty much the child service centers and back to orphanage. But that's pretty much the basic of the plot. Now, my thoughts on what I thought of Hunt for the Wilderpeople. I thought this was a fantastic movie. It was funny, quirky, and lighthearted without being too sappy about things. And it's mostly due to the charisma between the kid and Sam Neill's character, who is the uncle. I just thought they had a really great chemistry, and they're just so reluctant to kind of like make a bond with each other, but that's because they are so different, and that's where all of the humor kind of comes out from the film. At least for me, it does. And Sam Neill's character being like a grizzly, hardened hunter who just likes to be a loner, and what was his name? Julian Denson's character, which is the little kid who is pretty much a juvenile and a troublemaker who is also misunderstood and loves to write poetry and rap about songs, and is a big rap fan, urban style type of poetry as well. And he even names his dog Tupac, which I thought was a bit hilarious. But they're just so at odds with each other and just so reluctant to make a bond. But that's where kind of like I said, most of the cute humor comes from, and I just thought it was brilliant. The directing actually in this film, it was sort of similar to Wes Anderson's films, if you guys are more familiar with his style. But it has a lot of panning, like if you were at a stage play, and a lot of dramatic zoom-ins, and that's part of the reason why the humor just kind of works so well. You would have to kind of see it to believe it to kind of see what I'm talking about. But if you understand Wes Anderson's style, it's sort of in tune of what the style it was trying to mimic, but it did it in a way where it kind of felt unique, and it was standing on its own feet in this film. Another surprise was the child services character, which was played by Rachel Rose. I thought she was pretty hilarious in a very deadpan sort of way. Her character was hilarious, and I just thought she kind of added a little charm into it as well. But yeah, I mean, it was such a creative film, such a unique blend of comedy, lightheartedness, and a bit, it has a soft side to it as well. And I just thought it was great. I thought it was directed brilliantly. The landscapes in this film of the New Zealand wildlife is amazing. There's just amazing shots of pretty much New Zealand, which I think Lord of the Rings was filmed there as well. So it's always amazing to look at while they're going in through the wilderness. And there was a lot of shots on there, and I just thought it was really great directed. And also the film also is very well written. I thought the dialogue was pretty believable, pretty comical, and yeah, I mean, I just think Taika Waititi is a very talented comedic writer and a very talented artist as well, and I can't wait to see more of his films. But yeah, thought it was a fantastic movie. I'm gonna give it an 8.9 out of 10. I highly recommend that you go watch it. But yeah, that is ultimately my review for Hunt of the Wilderpeople. Well, stay tuned for the next of my videos. Since this is the month of October, I thought that I would review maybe some recent horror films that I can bring to my YouTube channel for you guys. Hope that you guys, you know, are looking forward to that. I'm certainly looking forward to it, so I'm gonna probably just review certain films that I have seen this year, horror films that pretty much will stick into the theme of and spirit of Halloween. But yeah, this is a chubby film nerd. Hope you guys like, you know, my video. Click that like button if you like it, and that subscribe button if you want to see more. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a nice day. Chubby film nerd out.